Before you scroll, stop for a moment. This message is not random at all. It is meant for the person who has stayed strong for a very long time, stayed quiet for too long, and felt exhausted in ways that others do not fully understand. There is someone who does not see you as a challenge, a prize, or just a temporary feeling. They look at you and sense something much deeper inside. They feel a strong wish to stay close, to protect you, and to ease the heavy load you carry without saying much. And if you have ever asked yourself whether a love like this truly exists, stay with these words, because what you are about to hear could touch a part of you that has waited a very long time to feel seen. Not everyone will listen all the way through. Most people look away when the truth comes too close. But if you are still here reading, that already says a lot. It shows that some part of your heart is truly paying attention. And by the time you finish this, you may start to see your own life, your own hurts, and your own path ahead in a fresh, new way. So take a slow breath and stay until the end. This kind of love does not make noise or demand attention. It comes in gently, quietly. But when it is real, it changes many things in life. This person does not want you for shallow reasons. They are not interested in looks alone, not in status, and not because they feel empty and need someone to fill a gap. They want you because something inside them feels deeply moved by your heart. They notice how much you have carried on your own. They see your silent struggles, the brave face you show, and the way you keep going even when life feels heavier than anyone realizes. Instead of pulling away, they feel drawn closer, not out of pity, but out of deep respect and genuine care that grows stronger over time. They think about you in a serious, steady way, not a loud or showy kind of love, but one that is patient, observant, and always present in the background. They notice your smile, but they also notice your quiet moments, the small changes in your energy, and the times when you say you are fine, but your eyes say something different. And every time they notice this, the same thought returns. I want to be the safe place where this person can finally rest. When they imagine a life with you, they are not thinking about perfect moments or what others might say. They think about real, everyday life, the tired mornings, the heavy nights, the stressful days, and the moments when everything feels like too much. They imagine standing beside you through all of it, not just in happiness but in struggle too, helping you feel lighter and more at peace. Their love is not about saving you, but about walking with you, step by step, in a steady and supportive way. They see your strength clearly, they are not afraid of it, and they are not trying to compete with it. In fact, your strength is part of what draws them closer. They admire how you have survived, how you still care deeply, and how you continue to believe in connection despite everything you have been through. That is why their love feels different. It stands beside you instead of above you. This person also pays attention in a way most others do not. They notice not just your actions, but your emotions, your pauses, and the feelings behind your words. When something feels off, they do not rush to judge or demand answers. They stay close, calm, and present. That presence alone becomes something healing because it does not pressure you to be anything other than what you are in that moment. What they want is simple but meaningful. A life built on trust, patience, and understanding. A relationship where both joy and struggle are shared, not hidden. A connection that feels steady, safe, and real. Not something that comes and goes with circumstances, but something that stays. They want to build a home feeling where your mind can finally relax, where love does not feel like it will disappear, and where you are never made to carry everything alone again. Real love prepares for ordinary life. It asks, how can I make this person's life softer? How can I protect their peace? How can I be someone they never need to question for consistency? That is the future they imagine with you. Stable, loyal, calm, still passionate, but deeply grounded. And if you are still here, maybe a part of you already understands that stability is not boring at all. Stability is something beautiful. It is what allows a tired and wounded heart to finally exhale without fear. They can sense that much of your pain did not come from one single moment. It came from being misunderstood over and over again. From giving deeply and receiving very little back. From staying loyal while others stayed uncertain. From hoping someone would finally choose you fully, clearly, and without conditions, only to be met with confusion, distance, or changing emotions. They see how exhausting that has been for you. They see how it trained a part of you to always expect disappointment, to hold something back, to keep one foot outside the door just in case. They understand why you became careful, why you do not always say what you need, why trust feels expensive, why being chosen still feels hard to believe, even when it is what you want the most. And instead of judging those protective layers in you, they approach them with softness. They are not asking you to become easier to love. They are asking to love you honestly, through actions that match words, through consistency that removes doubt instead of creating it. They do not want you lying awake, wondering where you stand. They do not want you shrinking yourself to keep peace. They do not want your heart to learn another lesson in being left behind. They want to love you in a way that slowly teaches your body something new. That closeness can feel calm. That consistency can be real. That love can stay. Comment shadow. If Carl Jung's psychology just revealed something deep about your past relationships, if that idea feels almost too real to accept, keep it in mind, because what comes next may be exactly what your heart has been waiting for. Still, this kind of love also asks something from you. Not all at once, not under pressure, and not on a deadline. But eventually, it asks for something that can feel even scarier than pain itself. It asks you to let it in. Not the polished version of you, not the strong version that carries everything alone, but the real version. The one still healing. The one who still gets afraid. The one who still expects love to leave just when it starts feeling safe. This kind of love will be patient, but it will gently encourage you to stop preparing for its ending. Because hurt teaches people to do exactly that. Hurt teaches you to expect loss even before love settles in. It teaches you to stay guarded, to love halfway, to keep parts of yourself hidden so you do not get destroyed if someone leaves. But the person being described is not preparing to leave. They are preparing to stay. And that difference changes everything. It changes how your body relaxes around someone. It changes what a quiet Tuesday feels like. It changes how silence sounds when it is not being used as punishment. It changes how deeply you rest when someone near you only wants your truth. Type yes if you want me to reveal the dark difference between real love and a narcissistic savior complex. So if you have spent years surviving in a constant state of alert, understand this clearly. Safe love may feel unfamiliar at first. It may even feel uncomfortable. But unfamiliar does not mean wrong. Sometimes it simply means new. And new can become the beginning of real healing. The deepest healing rarely happens in isolation. It happens inside safe connection. Inside a bond where you are seen without judgment, supported without control, and loved without being managed. That is what this person wants to offer you. Not perfection, not a fantasy where nothing goes wrong, but real presence, steady care, and an honest heart that stays beside you through every season. They want to know all of you, your past, your fears, your small victories, your habits when you are tired, your silence when you feel overwhelmed, your softness when you finally feel safe enough to stop performing. And they do not pull away from any of it. They move closer. Their love is quiet, but not weak. It is strong in a grounded way. It does not need noise to prove itself. It builds slowly, it holds steady, it remains. It shows up in small things that end up meaning everything, checking on you without being asked. Remembering what drains you. Protecting your peace when you are too tired to do it yourself. Helping without turning it into a burden. Making life lighter in everyday ways. These things may sound small, but they are not small to someone who has carried too much for too long. That is why this love feels life-changing. Not because it is dramatic, but because it is reliable. And reliable love is one of the rarest things a person can experience. They are drawn to your strength, but not to test it. They are drawn to it because it shows what you survived. They know you have made sacrifices. They know you have swallowed pain and still kept moving. They know there were days you held yourself together with nothing but willpower and quiet faith. And they want to be the kind of person who reduces your burden, not adds to it. They want your home with them to feel like relief. They want rest to become normal for you, not something you only earn after exhaustion. They want to notice your tiredness before you even speak it. They want shared responsibility without resentment. They want love that protects your nervous system, not one that overwhelms it. This is not performative love, it is lived love. It is love shown in ordinary moments that keep repeating themselves in the best way. They know vulnerability is not weakness. They know letting someone close is one of the bravest things a human can do. And they want to be worthy of that trust every single day, not only when it is easy. If this hit you deeply, comment alert below. Your inner self already knows what feels true. If you are feeling something while reading this, do not ignore it. Sometimes the heart recognizes truth before the mind can explain it. Stay with that feeling a little longer, because there is a reason these words are reaching you like this. They imagine marriage not as one big event, but as a shared life built through small, consistent moments. Waking up beside you on quiet mornings, holding you when old pain returns without warning, being the calm voice when your thoughts get too loud, being the steady presence when life feels heavy again. They picture simple, ordinary moments that feel like safety. Warm silence, shared routines, a glance across the room that says, "I am here." A home that does not feel like tension, but like peace. A love that does not disappear when things become difficult. They want to be the reason your shoulders slowly drop, the reason your breathing softens, the reason you stop expecting disappointment around every corner. Not because life becomes perfect, but because love becomes consistent, caring, and honest. They want to be the kind of partner whose actions answer your fears before your fears even speak. And yes, this kind of love is rare. It requires patience, emotional maturity, and real empathy. It requires someone who values peace over chaos and presence over performance. But rare does not mean impossible. It means valuable. It means something worth recognizing. Share this to warn someone who keeps attracting people who only promise to take their pain away. And if you have reached this far, maybe a part of you already knows this message found you for a reason. Maybe a part of you is beginning to believe that the love you once thought was too much to ask for is actually the love that suits you best. So hear this clearly. You are not too much. You are not too difficult to understand. You are not invisible. The love that is meant to ease your pain does not come with chaos, confusion, and empty promises. It comes with patience, steadiness, and a quiet but constant choosing of you every single day. And when that love arrives, you will not have to perform for it. You will not have to shrink yourself for it. You will not have to prove your worth repeatedly to keep it close. It will stay. It will meet your strongest parts with respect and your most fragile parts with care. It will not rush your healing, but it will walk beside it. It will not erase your past, but it will stop your past from controlling your future. And maybe that is what your heart has been waiting for all along. Not a perfect person, not a dramatic rescue, just someone real, someone steady, someone whose presence feels like peace after years of noise. If this touched something inside you, hold on to it. Let it remind you that this kind of love is not a fantasy. It is possible, it is real, and somewhere, even now, there may be a heart quietly choosing you with intention to stay. Comment which part exposed a narcissist in your life, and subscribe for more Jungian psychology that protects your mind.